that away. Do-do-do-do-do. Oops. Okay, sounds working. It's good. All right, time to crack a beer and get to building. Gonna finish up the project I started yesterday. Happy Veterans Day, y'all. If there's any veterans out there, watch it. All right. Last time on Makers Murphy. So yesterday, I'm not talking to anybody yet. I'll wait till somebody pops on here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try something different today. I'm going to try the camera this way. Hey, what's up? Good afternoon. I'm going to finish up a project I started yesterday. Happy Veterans Day, if you happen to be a veteran. Okay, so last time on Makers Murphy, I screwed up. I screwed up the thing that I didn't know how to make. I was kind of doing it from scratch, figuring out as I went. And today I am going to fix it. Bought some more lumber. And I've already cut the pieces I need. And let's see here. So what we're making is a how do I describe it? It's a hot cocoa station. There we go. So it's going to consist of, that seems really big, but at the same time, the one I looked at wasn't much different. I just got to cut down the side bits here. Let me find, I need a center marking tool. I need to make one of those. Oh, excuse me. But what I need to do is cut a bit off of each of these. Oh, I know. I remember how I was going to do the handle. Okay. I don't necessarily need to find center just yet. What I do need to do, though, is move all this crap. Gonna need those. And what did I do last night? I think it was 30 some odd degrees. 35, 30 degrees maybe. I think that was it. 30 degrees of work. Maybe a little bit more. I don't want to do 40 though. I think 30 will be fine. 30 will be fine. Okay. I want to do 2 of these at once. That's how I did it last night, and it worked pretty well. I might flip this camera here. Yeah, I'm going to flip the camera so I can take a look here periodically. I'm going to try this. I've never done it this way before. Now everything's in reverse, but it'll work still. Okay. Now I can look over and see if anybody says anything. That's a base for a second one. Actually, should I do all 4 of these at once? Nah, I'll just do them in pairs. Got my hearing protection. Is that let's go a more extreme angle. Something more than 45. Pah! Just got a face full of sawdust. That was smart. I can go to 60 degrees. Is that too much? Let's have a look. I do 60 degrees. Do I like that? Do I like that look? Yeah, I kind of do. Just want to make sure I've got plenty of room in the center of this. Ooh, I don't like that. Oh, let me move this in. That'll help. That for now. How do I unlock that? I don't remember. There's a thing for that somewhere. Thought there was anyway. Maybe there's not. Probably is. I just don't remember where it's at. That'll work. All right. So, yeah, I think that's okay. Did I get it all? I did not. I'm going to have to go a little bit further in. No, that's not going to matter. Huh, interesting. That lower piece. Okay. So, this is how we solve that problem. We butt those up again. Put that in the cut hole. There we go. Okay. Not too shabby. And take this one, put it over here. Oh. Well, that makes sense. I'm going to have to do a bunch of cuts here to make this work. No, I don't. Yes, I do. I want to follow that same cut line. What's going on? Oh, that's cool. I like that a lot. All right, we're going to draw a line then. Draw a line. There. That's interesting. Well, things you learn. I don't want to cut that. What is going on? That's really interesting. Don't like that so much. Bring that in a little bit. Okay, there we go. It walked on me a little bit. Maybe a sacrificial piece. Here we go. Doesn't work. It's a sacrificial piece. Oops, wrong one. This one. Huh. That was interesting. Kind of learn as you go. Figuring these things out. Okay, that's right on the line. All right. Got 2. Hey, what's up, Shoot? Thanks for stopping by. I'm trying to fix what I was working on last night. So what I realized was my sides weren't tall enough. So I bought a board today, making taller sides and a slightly longer base. Let's transfer that over. Just put there. So that's what I'm trying to fix now. And I'm doing it at a 60-degree angle. Instead of whatever it was last night that I used. And I think the more extreme angle looks a little bit better with a taller piece. That's what I'm trying now. Come on. Pull that back a little bit. Okay. But with that extreme angle, I don't get the full depth of cut on the board. It leaves a little tiny bit. So I got to raise it up so that blade will get there. Not a big deal, really. Can make it work. And I'm going to have to do a new piece on the laser as well. Not a big deal. Okay, right there. Get my thumb out of the way. Wonder what I can use all these little triangles for. Probably do some kind of, I don't know what you call it. Not walking me a little bit. Those are mostly matched. All right. There's those two. There's those two. Now with these little guys right here. Going live tonight, 9:30. Oh, cool. Have a good one, Shoot. If I put these cuts together, what can I make of it? I don't know. I can save these cutoffs. No, that's not right. There we go. Save these cutoffs and make something out of it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll make some more of those later with the other scrap that I have. And make something out of it. Some kind of geometric design. For now, I'll put those off to the side. Not going to waste those. Okay, we're ready to assemble. So, take one of my base pieces. Where'd I put that? Right? Yeah, that's it. I don't think it's my leftover. Make sure. Yep, those are the same size. Okay. So take a base piece. Gonna need the glue. Can I get it open today? I can. Always got that little glue booger in the end of it. All right. So I'm gonna tack these in with a couple brads, and then I'll add some screws after that. Once I get the sides on and everything, or the front and back rather. Guess those are sides. So I went to Home Depot. This one 1x8x8 cost me, we'll just call it $20 after tax. I could have saved myself 10%, but Home Depot doesn't have me in their system as a veteran, where Lowe's does, and I don't have a veteran ID. One of those things my wife keeps telling me I need to do. Next time I go to the DMV, I'm going to get it on my license. I'm just going to bring in my DD-214. I tried doing it through the VA years ago. They never sent it to me. Had my picture taken and everything. Later, I learned that the previous place I had lived, the previous town, said I owed them taxes on a vehicle. I was like, okay. So they stopped me from being able to get an ID from anywhere. They put me on a registry. Once I settled that, I never went back to the VA to get that fixed. And oh, that's that. But excuse me. All right, so now to assemble these pieces here. Do this side first. I know I asked about this last night. I can't remember which way is the quote-unquote right way to shoot a nail from a nail gun, especially a brad nail. I know that they tend to, if they're going to pop out. Hold on. I got to recharge. All right, there we go. So I think this is the right way to do it. Oh, shit. Come on. Don't do that. Flush. There we go. Get this to the edge. Lined up down there. Nice and flush. No blowout. Cool. Sure, we'll throw one in the middle. Okay. Now the other side. Plenty of nails left. So $20 for this piece of wood, and I'm going to be able to make 2 of these out of this. Damn it all. Because that's so long now, I can't just sit it there where I want to. Can I make it fit? Yes, I can. Cool. I need a proper assembly space one of these days. But yeah, there is a quote-unquote right way to shoot a brad to prevent it blowing out. And I don't remember which way that is. I think it's in line with the piece you're shooting into. And not perpendicular to, but I can't remember for the life of me. Okay. So we have that. Our basic assembly here. Now I'm going to cut new front and back pieces, which are going to be 15 inches, just 15 and a 32nd maybe. Just a hair more. 15 inches, that'll work. All right, let's set that off to the side for the moment. Actually, I'll just assemble the other one while I'm at it. Let's get 2 of these going, because why not? There we go. If you're new to my channel, please consider liking, subscribing, all the things. And my shop is always a mess. I'm real bad about cleaning up all the sawdust later and putting stuff where it belongs. Real bad about that. Every couple months I get sick of it and I go and clean up the shop and then make it a mess again. I am not a polished woodworker, that's for sure. Not like some of the channels you'll watch. These beautiful shops. I wonder if they actually even ever do anything. It's got glue everywhere. Where's that one piece of scrap I had? Oh, right there. I like to use a piece of scrap wood to get rid of the glue. Usually works pretty well. All right. So we'll go ahead and install this guy. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to Yakasugi these. Oh, come on. Don't do that. All right. Okay. And one more. Important thing, close your glue bottle. I tend to not do that. I'm very, very bad about that. I come up the next day and I'm like, why is my glue tip all dried up and nasty? I didn't close it up. I probably should use a clamp for this, but for something simple like that, I don't tend to do that. All right, so those are glued up. Let's make sure that this should be the same. It should be 15 inches. Let's verify. Yep, 15. Cool. So I need 4 at 15. And then 2, then I'm going to throw in the laser. So we'll be playing with the laser here in a minute. Let's get rid of that piece of script. Plug the saw back in. Oh, shoot. Almost knocked over the camera. I don't have power in the appropriate places in my shop either. Something I got to fix one of these days. I thought I had fixed it, but I changed the way I was doing some things and unfixed it. Okay. Let's see here. So 15 inches. Really what I could do is just put one of those on here and mark it. That would probably be the smarter way to do it, huh? Instead of even worry about measurements, just in case I'm off by a hair. But let's see here. I can set that up there. Let's flush there. Okay. And make them all to that size. Actually, I need more than 5 for these. I'll get the measurement for the handle in a little bit. All right. Went right off the roller stand. All right. Okay, so it's just at that one spot where it's not quite where I need it to be. Okay, right there. Now I can just use that as a template. Keep it flush. I'm going to get glue on this sweatshirt. Oh, my daughter's going to kill me. Gently push it against the blade. It's flush on the outside. And always use your original piece as your templating piece. Otherwise, you're going to introduce error in your cuts. That will grow almost exponentially. Slide that out of the way. And one more. What's going on there? I was cutting early. I had a couple of chips that got in the way. Thankfully, it didn't really affect the cut I was making, but I didn't notice it until after I made the cut. I'm like, why is this leaning weird? Okay. Should I sand these first? Probably, huh? Those are kind of ugly. That's all right. That's going to all stay on the bottom. No, I'll sand afterwards. No, I will sand now. Otherwise, parts of that's going to be really hard to sand. Yeah, I'll sand now. All right, let's see here. Let's go over to Lysander. Move all my laser materials out of the way. By the way, if you have a laser and You want to save some money on birch plywood. If you're lucky, you're like me, you'll be able to find a local shop that has full sheets, or this is 5x5 sheets of plywood, or 5x4, or whatever it is, and they cut it down for me. So it works out to be just under $2 for a laser size sheet, whereas online I'd pay anywhere from $4 to $8 for the same size sheet. Saves me a ton of money. This is going to get funky loud. I apologize. Hey, what's up, Mike? Hey. Okay. I think I got this the way I want it. We'll see here in a second. Yeah, it's Mike. Okay. My vision's not as bad as I thought it was. Or your name, your screen name is so long that it's easy to recognize from a distance. If anybody on here is not familiar with Mike's channel, Mike is making stuff. Go check it out. Ton of fun on his channel, and I mean that guy is crazy. He does everything, not just woodworking, programming, electronics, freaking welding, all kinds of stuff. And he's got this great project he's working on right now, raising money for an angel tree. Go check him out. Help him out. All right. Get some beer in me. Let's go. So, let's take the first of these two. And so I put a little bit of a fillet on there with the sander for the top. Theory should smooth it out a little bit, and I did the outside edge just a little. Okay. Glue. I put it up. Holy crap, I put something where it belongs. All right. So we're going to go get a generous amount of glue on here. I really don't care about the runoff so much, or the squeeze out, because I'm going to torch this. So I'll scrape it with a chisel later, and then the rest will just burn off. That's flush on the bottom. Where's my glasses? Where'd I put them? Safety. Where'd I put my glasses? Ah, there we go. Put them over here. Hey, what's up, Michael? Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. We're making a so today I'm making, well, I started to do this yesterday. I screwed up some dimensions. I think I have figured out the solution to it. But we are making a hot cocoa station, or cocoa and cookie station. One of my neighbors sent me a link to one of these. Oh, Mike, you'll know the answer to this. So when shooting a brad nail, you want to go parallel with the piece you're going, the second piece, right, to prevent it from busting through, or is it perpendicular? I can't remember. Pretty sure it's parallel. I'm going to keep it parallel for now because I've had good luck with that. Okay, let's make sure we're flush over there, which seem to be. Yep, okay. Ooh, I can only do one of those right now because I got to engrave the other one. Don't want to screw that up. That would suck. But yeah, so these hot cocoa stations, it's gonna hold a few coffee mugs And we'll throw some hot cocoa packets in there. Whole little gifted thing. Maybe I'll spray paint it red. After torching it. We do one red, one green. We'll see. All right, where's my other box? So this is just a very simple box. Very simple butt joints. Nothing fancy here. The 1x8x8 at my local Home Depot cost me $20. Probably could have got it cheaper at Lowe's had I gone to Lowe's. Oh, this is the one that's just a hair off. All right, we'll sand that later. We'll fix that in post. Now I happen to have these 1x4s. I had scrap, but with the remainder of what I had on this 1x8, I believe there's enough there that I could rip down to some 1x4s or, 1x3, whatever. Something close to it. Let's get one side flush. Wipe off the excess glue. Get at least one side flush. Okay. And yeah, you can make two of these and sell them for, I'm going to sell them for $25 a piece. And I'll be donating the profits of that to the Angel Tree. Next Angel Tree project. All right, I need to put a square on that. Let me make sure that's square. There we go. All right. All right, so got the general assembly of that part done on two of these. And I need to get my laser free. All right, start doing some lasering. Oh, and we might give one of these away today too, by the way. We'll see how they go. See if there's still anybody around later when I'm finishing this up. Okay. Hey, Mike, if you're still there, Keith was asking last night what program you use so you can have multiple people on your live stream with you. I know YouTube does the stream together, but I think that's just one person, and you have to do it ahead of time. So anyway, he was asking about that. Let me get some dimensions here. It should be 15 by 3.5. Just a hair over 15. 3.5. 15 and 1/8. Why does that seem excessive? Okay. That's fine. This was the prototype I did last night. And I realized when I put a coffee mug in there, it was not the right size. You learn. And this is what we'll be engraving. Oh, the camera's reversed. It says hot cocoa and cookies. So we'll put that, get that on the laser real quick. 15 1/8 by 3.5. Turn on the laser, which is French for the laser. All right, I'm going to flip the screen here. There we go. That way I can see that I'm aiming it up in there. I'm going to have to move this again. I think I can telescope this a bit more. Hey, we can watch the laser do fun things. All right. So I've already got this up. I just have to change the centering on it. One moment, please. Draw me a box, put it on the right layer, and give it the right dimensions. So 3.5 and 15.125. Cool. Put that right up in the origin. And then take that and that and center them and then get rid of that. Okay. So now we can take one of these guys and we know that the filleted edge or the chamfered edge, filleted edge. Let's get those backwards. Is on the outside. And with my eyeballs as best as possible, try to get that lined up to the center of the laser head. And then let's go ahead and frame this and see what it looks like. That looks pretty centered and parallel. I like it. I need to get a red dot for this. All right. Drop that down, put the fan on. And lower the laser head. And this should take 5 minutes, I think. 6 minutes. See what happens here. And while that's going, and the laser's doing lasering things, let me check the chat over here. Hopefully this all works very well. I learned something yesterday doing some lasering, which is if you're going to try the borax thing, it makes a ton of soot. A ton of soot. Makes a nice dark black engraving, but man, it gets messy. Maybe I should have painted this first. Yeah, it'll be fine. So I hope everybody here is enjoying their day off. Anybody doing anything fun today? Anything fun at the shop? Anything fun at home? Almost off work. Do you not work from home? I thought you worked from home. Maybe not. I know you're like me and you get home and you have a second or third job. Whatever random crap you have to do at home. Ooh. A three-quarter motor. Okay. I gotta run some ideas by you, Mike. I'm so glad you popped on. So, and I might jump on one of your lives, and now that I'm done with marching band season, I'm actually gonna be more active again. We're doing the show. Okay. So I'm gonna be I think I've got it mostly figured out, but the props for next year's show, I really want to incorporate it. I really want to incorporate sound activated lighting. LED light bars or LED light strips. Just because it's such a small band, they might be able to field 70 people next year. We need something flashy. I mean, the prop I'm building is going to be pretty awesome. If you've ever seen Les Mis, it's not quite what they do on that stage, but it's still going to be pretty damn cool. But I want to incorporate sound activated lights. And I want to be able to program some lights as well. I know I can do the programming with an Arduino, but the sound activated lights, whenever a soloist is soloing on a microphone, the hard part is going to be, will the microphone pick up background noise and activate when I don't want it to, or can I set a gain to that? I think I can. I think I can set a gain to it. SuperBrightLEDs.com has the hardware to do all that. That's probably what I'll go with, but I need to incorporate a microphone to it. And I mean, a real microphone. So anyway, it's going to be a fun project this winter. I try to figure all that out. Huh. No, baby monitor makes sense. So you get visual and audio. Yeah, I haven't programmed in Arduino in a long time. It's been, probably 6 years. And I mean, I never did anything crazy with it. It was the engineering class I took. We had to program a robot with different inputs to follow a maze. But I picked it up pretty quick. It was a very simple language. Cool. Yeah, when I get to that part of the project, I'll let you know. My current part of my project is I'm trying to design the main prop in Fusion 360, and then I'm going to build a model of it, a scale model. So I'll prove it works in the digital space, then build a scale model, still prove it works, and then get together a team to actually build this thing. I mean, it's going to be massive, though. We're talking 8.5 feet tall and about 12 feet wide. It's going to be a huge prop. It's going to be awesome for the main prop. But the smaller other props are the ones that are going to use most of the lighting. Though that main prop, I want to add lighting to it, and as I document it in video, as I go through the season, it's going to make more sense. I just don't know how much I can say about it right now. Partially because the band director has already changed his mind 4 times about what he wants to do. I think he's finally settled on it. I think I've sold him on, hey, this is what I can do with this. And he likes the idea, but we'll see. That's fine. Now, all I was saying was it's going to be a massive, massive prop. Huh. I hope not. Now, sometimes I get weak Wi-Fi out in my garage. So hopefully I didn't do that. Oh, okay. Speaking of YouTube apps, does Windows no longer have a YouTube app? I had one on my old computer. Then I got my new computer, and I can't seem to find one. All right, do I like that? Do I like how dark that is? Yep, it's dark, it's deep, just the way she likes it. Cool. I like that. All right, time for the next one. 6 minutes later. Oh, you pull that off. I gotta see. Oh, I gotta clean this thing. This is nasty. I do not do the regular maintenance on my laser like I should. All right. I trust that's in the right spot. Hey, that's awesome, though. Hold on. I'm going to swap apps here and start. And then later today, clean this laser. I need to do a deep clean of it. Yeah, I had a standalone YouTube app at one point. Now I don't. Like, it disappeared. Ugh, one of these days. Maybe they'll bring it back. For now, I just got the web browser. And then one of these days, I'll learn about some third-party apps that work well. I had downloaded one. I haven't messed with it though. What the heck is it called? Go to all. I don't think I uninstalled it. Ooh, what is that? Dev Home. G-Wizard, I need to reinstall that. Killer Intelligence? No, that's not it. Why do I have Laser Gerbil? Get rid of that. I'm never using that again. OBS Studio. There we go. I couldn't quite, I didn't play with it enough. I do have a Roku. Yep. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. But can I connect the keyboard to the Roku? I have a Bluetooth keyboard now. Oh, Laser Gerbil is shit. Lightburn is so much better. But I think we've had that discussion before. I mean, Laser Gerbil works, but it's very limited in function. Yeah, I've got a Roku. Actually, I have a spare on device too. Through a console. Okay. Yeah, that works too. All right. So while that's lasering away, I can go ahead and get this one installed. Pardon me while I swap everything back around again. Swap the camera. Oop, there's my ugly mug. And back to here. So, move that over. Oh, old Xbox. Yeah, that works. Got rid of my last Xbox. Hard drive kept failing on it. I replaced the hard drive. A year later, it failed again. So I sold it to some kid down the street. And I bought a Series X. Okay. That's almost square. Ha! That never happens. I don't build anything square. But I grew up in a house that was very much not. Ow! Fuck me, my wrist. Very much not square. Anytime I built anything, it was for the house. And yeah, just really eyeballed a lot of things. Come on. You turd burglar. Get up in there. Get flush. There we go. All right. Oh. Protection. Okay. Oh, need to throw a couple down here too. I don't like the sound of that. It sounds like there's moisture in the air. Might be. I haven't drained my tank in a while. Okay, now. The handle bit. Shit. Sawdust in my eye. Alright, so 13 3/8. 13 3/8. Alright, let's put this down for a moment. Damn it, it did freeze. You piece of shit. Did this stop? Motherfucker. It froze, didn't it? God damn it.